All right, welcome to Pre-Leadership 0099. I am retired First Sergeant Carey. Today we're going to go over the worst thing you can do in business, and that is have meetings. Meetings are the biggest time, money suck possible. They are morale killers. They are the worst things in the business world. And we have them all the time. And I don't get it. All right, let's go right into it. Let's say you have 9 employees. Everyone makes $10 an hour, including yourself. That's 10 people. Your meeting lasts for an hour. It's $100. You spend $100 for people to listen to you talk. Hopefully you had $100 worth of things to say for an hour. Odds are you probably didn't. But it's really not $100, is it? It's $200 because you took everyone away from their job, so they aren't making money for the company or for you. That money still has to be made, but now you've crunched them down. So that money for that hour is lost. It's gone. Let's say your meeting was first thing in the morning. That's when people are most effective. That's when they are really getting their job done. Well, you've taken an hour of their most effective part of the day away. So maybe $250 for their loss of effectiveness. We'll say $250. Right after the meeting, what do people do? They stand around, they talk, they go to the bathroom, they take a break, they stretch their legs. They don't go right back to work. It takes them 15 minutes to get back to their workstation or their desk. So that's another $25. When they get back to their desk, what do? They piddle for a little bit. They might check an email. They might goof off for a second. They might think about, God, how much that meeting sucked. They might even talk to their neighbors about how much that meeting sucked. So now it's another 15 minutes before they really get back into their work groove. So let's say we're at $300 now. We'll say $300 just to keep it simple. What if the meeting was on the calendar? Once they see a meeting on the calendar, they're like, that sucks. No one ever says, oh, goody, a meeting's coming up on Thursday. They're like, Thursday's going to suck. We got a meeting. As the meeting gets closer and closer the night before, especially if it's first thing in the morning, they're like, God, the first thing we're going to do is go to a meeting in the morning. No one wants to do that. Now you've killed some morale. Another part about a meeting is you're taking away time. Time is one thing you cannot give back to your employees. Once you suck the soul out of them, you're going to suck some more life out of them by taking away their life. Literally, their time. It's very disrespectful, actually. And the more a meeting drags on, especially if it just drags on without any substance, they know they're being disrespected. If you're late for a meeting, how much does that disrespect them? You know, if your meeting is at 9 o'clock and you roll in at 9:05, 9:10, they know that you don't think much of them and you don't think much of their time. So if your meeting's at 9, you need to be there 5 minutes start at 9 o'clock, start right on the button. All right, how do you give your meeting? There's a couple ways. If you have to have a meeting, your boss tells you have to have a meeting, then what you want to do is you want to prep for your meeting. Think about what you want to say. People will prep different ways. Some people will write it out. Some people can do borders. Some people can talk off the top of their head. Either way, however you do it, practice. Just a little bit, practice. You can practice in your head, that's fine. But hit your high points. Do not go off on tangents. Keep going. We're going to use the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. People don't like to use stupid, but you're talking to yourself. You can call yourself stupid. You're okay. Keep it simple, stupid. You give your meeting this way. Tell people what you're going to tell them. Then you tell them. Then you tell them what you told them. Then maybe ask for questions. When you ask for questions, you got to control. We're going to go over different personalities now, control different personalities, not like control, but just push them, direct them, stuff like that. But you'll have people in your meeting who won't say a thing, who have questions, who won't ask. You have people in your meeting who won't shut up, and it'll take them 5 minutes to get to the point of their question. You're going to have to control them, right? It's a terrible thing to do, but you're going to have to learn how to do that. Once you learn how to do that, you can push that forward. But keep your meeting simple and short. If your meeting keeps going long, take all the chairs out of the room. That will hurry that meeting up in a hurry. Especially if you're the one giving the presentation or the meeting, do not sit in a chair. Stand. Standing makes people hurry up because they don't want to stand anymore. They want to sit down. That's very simple. Best thing to do to replace the meeting is do a huddle. 10-minute huddle every morning. I know you're like, 10-minute huddle every morning. No, because it's not on the calendar, so people don't worry about it. A 10-minute huddle is something that you can really incorporate a routine in. And the other part is it makes you concentrate on what you have to say. So a 10-minute huddle goes like this. If you have something important to put out, you put the information out. The other information that you have to put out is daily duties. See if anyone's having a problem. And if someone's out or sick, you can say, hey, so-and-so's out. We need coverage here. What are your questions? That's it. If you have something big you want to put out, you can put it out piecemeal in those little huddles. But a 10-minute huddle is just enough time to keep people concentrating on what you're saying, respect their time, and you can even tell them, hey, if we do 10-minute huddles, we don't have to do meetings. They will do a 10-minute huddle real quick. Also, it's a great place for you to get collaboration from your entire team. Someone has a question. I have a question. Okay. If you don't have the answer right away, anyone have a good answer for this? All right. We'll do that. Then go. Keep your meetings at the utmost, the most possible, least amount of time possible. If you can, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Remember, as you move up, those meetings are going to cost the company a lot more. If you have a guy who's getting paid a lot of money and he's going to sit there for 1 hour and not be effective, that is a lot of money wasted. We cut corners everywhere in business, except for meetings, and I don't get it. You'll get an inferior product that you have to work with to save money, but you still have meetings and waste that much time in production. It doesn't make sense. All right, I'll talk to you next time. We'll go over how to have a more effective meeting, real effective, with meetings that you have to have. Otherwise, don't have meetings. They suck.